edition of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, can't really complain. First of all, I wanted to thank you for the bargain re-up on the gold report. I've been getting it for quite a while, and for a couple of years there, it was like an insurance policy. I'd say, oh, I got to buy gold, and the gold report would say, oh, no, not yet. And lately, it's like a winning lottery ticket. So it's working really well all around.
I appreciate the feedback, Marty. Thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night and a great week. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow right now up 66. Nasdaq's up 30. S&Ps are up 13. Gold contract down $6.10, trading at $1,288 an ounce. Silver off 18 cents at $20.19 an ounce. Platinum flat at $1,462 an ounce. Copper up 3 pennies at $3.24 a pound. Light sweet crude up 43 cents, trading at $98.31 a barrel. Bonds, we have the 10-year up 4 ticks at 125.12, 30-year up 6 ticks at 138.04. King dollar up 28 ticks at 81.40. The euro is down 7 at 134.20, and the yen's trading 102.55. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Check it out. Okay, so we're up 13 points, and we're going to be bouncing on tremendously lighter volume. If we go over to the SPY, the SPY, what you're going to see in this correlation, excuse me, folks, right now the SPY is up $1.31, 63 million shares traded. We did 183 million shares on Thursday. We did 189 million shares on Friday. This is a B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. Now, what's really cool here, folks, is this. There's a lot of different ABC structures, meaning how far can you retrace the B to C leg? In this case, we're talking about an ABC structure on the way down. I suspect what you're going to see here is that the retracement is going to be minimal. And when I say by minimal, I'm talking about even right where we are right now, because this is going to get interesting coming in for the next close for the next hour. What we have here is this. You had a little surge at 1440. That got the SPY up to 193.81. That's where we are right now. All that was doing, though, folks, is coming into your downdraft that was out there from the 31st, which is Thursday, and we were coming into that with dramatically lighter volume. So I expect you're going to have is this. We're at 193.79. This thing's going to be, as we get into the close right now, you're going to start seeing this thing back right down to the 193.29, which is not a huge amount, but what it is a aspect that you try to get higher, have lighter volume, and then you couldn't hold price on a dead cat bounce. That's on your S&P. We go to the NASDAQ Composite next. This is what we have with the Composite. Composite up 31 bucks. Composite also is going to have dramatically lighter volume. If we take a look at the NDX 100, inside that correlation, what you'll see with the NDX 100 is that right now we've done 22 million shares, so we'll probably bang out about 27 million. We had come down with 50 million on Thursday, and on Friday we did 60 million. Right now, the NDX 100, if you take a look at the 3 Qs, we're at this 95.45 area. The little push-up at that 1430 came in with 820,000 shares. The 820 was going into 1.2 million. So bottom line, I suspect what you're also going to have there is the NDX, the QQQ, is going to back off to this 95.21 area. The gold contract, GCZ4. Okay, so let's take a look at gold. This is what we have with gold. Gold right now is down 620. We did 61,000 contracts, and that's tremendously lighter volume, folks, okay, as we back down into the lows that were established on Thursday, the lows established on Friday. On Thursday, we got to 1281. We had 143,000 contracts traded. Friday, we had 145,000 contracts traded. You did 61,000 out here today. What that is doing is that's building cause to get to higher price in the gold market. Bonds. We take a look at the bond market. This is what we have with bonds. We start with the 10-year. The 10-year continues to basically get into its May 29th swing point. That swing point, the bottom of that swing point is 125.13, right where we are right now. The top of it is 126. We've done 681,000 contracts today. That was after a wide price spread accelerated day on Friday where we did 2.3 million contracts. That's one of the biggest volume characteristics we've seen in the bond market in a long time. What that's saying is that, number one, the 126 is going to get tested, meaning that the 29th high. I suspect we're going to take it out, and I do expect we're going to take it out in volume. The reason for that expectation, folks, has to do with the 30-year. The 30-year had already taken out the B point, taken it out with volume. It's an ABC structure, confirmed ABC structure, to 142. Right now, we're at 138.04. The high of the 29th is 138.10. We had already taken that away, taken it out with volume. That was taken out on the 17th of June, and it turned into a complex ABC structure. And what a complex ABC structure means and does is this. You get over the high, you have the volume, tucks back underneath the B point, has, rejection of lower price as you get underneath there, goes right back topside again. That's what we have happening in that bond market. The yield on the 10-year right now is still under 2.5. We're at 2.487. King dollar. We go take a look at King dollar. What we have with King dollar is this. Trading at 81.40. This also went wide price spread, accelerated volume. We got up to the 81.61 on Friday. Huge volume came in, 33,000 contracts. If we do take a look at the dollar index, and we put this on a continuous chart, what you're going to see is that your next swing point up here that the dollar wants to go after is, this gets really interesting now, because, so we're at 81.40. And what you have, the next, what we've done is that we've got to this 81.50, taken it out, have the juice beside it. Now you're talking, folks, 84.96. It's a big number. So you get 84.24 to 84.96. That in itself is one monster move. So we'll see where this, what is going to make that acceleration all the way up to that area. But that is one heck of an area, and I expect we're going to see that, and we'll find out if you do get wide price spread accelerated volume as you go up to that area. Some of the high volume stocks out here today in a low volume market. We have Bank of America is up 8 cents. You have Microsoft up 50. Michael Kors is down 5.35. They come out with numbers this morning. If we go over and we take a look at Kors, what you're going to see, that stock already got basically taken apart. Now it's a very large ABC structure on the way down. This stock had come down from 101. It closed on Friday at 80. It already had wide price spread accelerated volume on the 14th and the 16th of July. We just took that out with volume. So your A point on this, on a conservative basis, is 91. Your B point is 77, so 87, 13. You get 14 points. Your C point is 80. That's a $70 A to B equals C to D. You're coming off the highs. Now, what you're doing with Michael Kors, she's coming off the highs with volume. We put this on a monthly basis. And on a monthly basis, she wants to $65. $65 is I expect you're going to be backing into. It's already at $70, $76. $76.15 was where it had gone topside. It didn't have enough volume. That was the month of February. You went topside with 79 million. Last month we went down with 89 million. This one's crucial to understand how you're going up versus how you're backing down. You back down with higher volume, wide price spread, destruction of price on the way down You're at $76 right now. 65 is game. So that area, I suspect, wants to get hit. We'll see if the volume continues to expand as it gets down to lower price. J.P. Morgan Chase, we take a look at J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan came down Friday with volume. You're going sideways right now. These financials want lower price. I suspect we're at 56.62 right now. 52.97 is game in that market. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Come right back.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get a red light, green light indicator that gives you signals on 25 different future contracts? Now you can with Taz Signal Box. This red light, green light market profile system dynamically updates 24 hours a day and provides you with important trend and trade signals on 9 different commodities, 9 different indices, and 8 different currencies. Right now, you can receive a free 2-week trial to Taz Signal Box. For all the details and to find out how the Signal Box works, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Tom takes your phone calls. Now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 88. Nasdaq's up 38. S&Ps are up 17. It was just a expansion up there in the Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq. If we go over and we take a look at the future market just for a second and see what we have here. We're up $16, and yeah, she still doesn't have any juice. So the bottom line is that that can still back off from this area. Let's go to John in Austin, Texas. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
I'm way too good, buddy. How about you?
I'm good. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it. What are we going to look at today?
CCJ, please.
CCJ. So you get Cameco Corporation. This is one of the largest miners of uranium. The lows 17, the highs 25. Okay, so do you own it? You're looking to buy it? What are we doing here?
I'm in a little bit, and I'm down 5% now. What concerns me is that 7% haircut it took last week.
Okay. So what you had on Friday, folks, well, first off, what you had, your first low that was established out here was on the 6th of June. 6th of June, the low was 1849. The high was 1938. We did 4 million shares there. She breaks topside, goes from 19 up to 21 the week of the 17th of July, and she came out with the numbers on Friday. She backs down with 3 million shares. Going into the 4, so you have a right to be concerned there. There's no doubt about that. The key is to just keep your stop in. What we do have is that it was still lighter volume than how it had made the bottom. On the weekly basis, we came down with 8 million shares versus the 12 million. We're at 1953, but what you do need is that we want to see the stock get over $20.21. Where the 2021 is, John, that's over the week of the 6th. That's how that's set up. So she backed down. She had lighter volume, all the above. We'll see whether we can build some cause to get back up into that area. I expect we're going to, but bottom line, keep your stop in. Don't just walk away.
Absolutely. Would you scale in a little bit more now or wait to the 2021?
Yeah, no. What I do is this. This is what you want to do. Do not... You'd wait. Now, what you have here, folks, is this. So picture. We came down with 3 million shares. That 3 million, was coming into those low there with 4. Now what you want to do is you want to wait for a sign of strength. After you got a sign of strength, then, yeah, you can buy a pullback after that. But don't do it now, because right now, as soon as you get any type of expansion of volume, it's not good, Now,
that's good, buddy. All the best.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And if we continue to follow up on the CCJ, folks, what does happen is this, is that CCJ missed their numbers. They come in short. The number, let's see. The gross number was 550 million Canadian. They come in at 502. The net number that they're selling uranium at right now coming slightly lower also. They were looking to get $48.38 a pound. They were getting $45.93 a pound. And, these folks here are the largest producers of uranium. And one of the keys, of course, is that how many power plants need uranium. And there are a lot of them, but the bottom line is that there's a lot of trouble out there also with power plants right now in general. And we do own that stock. That's a stock that we do own. 877-927-6648. We're going to take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. You have Honeywell right now is down 11. Big Blue is up 50 cents. Let's go over to United Technologies, UTX. Some of these that have got smoked, they're getting look at UTX, can't even get anything going. Amazing. So this is down from $1.20. It's at 105. That's not going anywhere. We go over to GE. We take a look at GE. That's not going anywhere. That's at 25.25. That wants to get down to 24. So if we go inside the Dow Industrials right now and say, okay, what is putting juice inside them? I think it's the oil sector, actually. Let's see. Okay, so putting, yeah, well, you got the ExxonMobil's up $1.43 at 100.23. That is up on dramatically lighter volume. This is going to be an ABC structure on the way down. Exxon had just gone from 104.75 down to 90, down to 98. We did that with 1.8 million shares, 4.7 million shares. We're bouncing today with 1.3 million shares. That's a B2C of an ABC structure on the way down. Caterpillar is another mover today inside the Dow Industrials. Caterpillar is up $1.38, and Microsoft is up is up 51 cents. If we go over to Caterpillar, we take a look at Caterpillar. That's a dead cat bounce too. This market's really turning into a really nice trading market, folks. Caterpillar has already gone from 111 straight down to 96. Monster volume on the way down. You're talking about 1.3 million. You're talking about 1.3 and 1.3. That's the last 5 days. Today you're up on 538,000. That's an indication that lower prices are coming at us once again. Amazon. We go take a look at Amazon. Amazon's bouncing today. It's up $8 on 3 million shares versus downtown with 7.8 million shares. That's a good number also. Now, what is going to get intriguing here coming into the close, particularly because we had you had a nice little pop up once again, and I suspect what you're going to see is that you're going to see some real selling now. Why? So watch this. This is if I bring up the DAX in Germany, folks, okay, was struggling all day and then just closed at its lows. The DAX in Germany loves to trade like the NASDAQ. The DAX in Germany right now is at 91.54. That 91.54 is into the first low that was established on February. That the DAX is not only going to blow away these lows, but the price projection out of that, you take the 90.71. Oh, it's a big number, man. That's saying the DAX in Germany is going to 8,100. We bring this back. Let's see where 8,100's hanging out here. Oh, I love it. 8,100 is the highs of 2007 that the DAX had taken out in May of 2013. That's where we're heading. Yeah, so with that said, let's go over to the SPY just for a second, because this is where these markets, highly volatile, two-way markets. That's what we have happening out here. And we'll see coming into the next 30 minutes, can they get the selling going in the SPY? The SPY right now is up $1.51. And as I said when I first jumped on here, I suspect we're going to get close out at 193.29, which in this particular case, that's quite a way down from where we are. But guess what? That's what makes markets so dynamic. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Don't forget, folks, at TFNN, we start programming live content every trading day, 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 to 6 is all live content. Of course, we play 24 hours a day. You can get all of that content on your cell phone at tfnn.mobi. We're going to be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 87. Nasdaq's up 36. S&Ps are up 16. Volume-wise, this is what we have out here with the 30 minutes left. You have $409 million on the NYSE. That is saying the NYSE will do about $500 million. And the Nasdaq composite right now, we are dealing with $1.3 billion. That's going to put the Nasdaq at about 1.5. And, of course, in both cases, the NYSE and the Nasdaq, that would be a B2C structure of an ABC structure on the way down. You're going up with anemic volume. If we do look inside the NDX 100 to see what's driving the NDX 100, to higher price out here today. You have Priceline. Priceline is up $55, trading at 1301. Charter Communications is up 568 at 157. Baidu is up 778 at 220, and Tesla is up 680, trading at 240. Taking away some of the points, you get Citrix down 143, Vertex Pharmaceuticals off 89. 21st Century is off 30 cents. So bottom line is that Priceline, let's go over and take a look at Priceline. You talk about a monster. So Priceline is trading at $1,300, 1301 to be exact. Wide price spread. She's down from 1378 she was trading in March. Makes a high volume low at 1088 in May. She has a nice movement out here today. So the swing point that she's going after right now is 12. Now she took it out. It's going to be 1292.56. And okay, so that's saying she's going to make a run to the highs again. Well, here, let's look at it. So if your A point on this was 1118. Yeah. Ooh, that's big. 1 second. 1118 to 1292. 1,300 almost. That's like $1.70, which would give you 1370. Yeah, she's gonna try to make her way. I see. 1316. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is what's happening. When Priceline went south in March, $1,316. It went straight down from 1316 to 1267 in 1 day. We did 475,000 shares there. That's what she's going into right now. So how that the test gets down, which I expect probably tomorrow at 1317, we'll say flat out, okay, you have a failure at that price point, and that's ice, by the way. Or, in fact, if she gets the volume, holds the price, that would say that Priceline is going to go after its high once again. And up at those levels, that high is 1378. We go to take a look at Google. What we have with Google right now, Google's trading at 583. We put this on a 5-year monthly, and what we have here thus far is that you come off the highs of 615, come down with nice volume, get to 511. This is still a counter trend bounce that wants to go into lower price. And a few of these, Google being one of them, folks, that lower price could be pretty dramatic. So we'll see where it does shake out. Dow continues higher. The S&P is pushing out here, and we'll just see how far they can push this baby. Small caps. Let's go over to the small caps. We look at the IWM, the Russell 2000. That can't get any traction whatsoever. It's pretty amazing, actually, because the small caps, the IWM's come down from 120 to 109. Monster volume. We're going up today with 29 million shares after going down with 67 million. The small caps, the Russell 2000, has been the weakest indice, thus far on this pullback. And specifically, it was the IBB that started the pullback. Small caps continued the pullback. Small caps have been in the same consolidation since October of 2013, which is a full year now. So how we bounce out here today or sell-off coming into this close is going to be crucial to say, okay, you're going to get follow-through. What are you going to get out here? It's going to be particularly hard to get any type of follow-through, folks, with the DAX being down 55 at the lows, and we take a look at let's go over to the SPY and just see how this correlation is going intraday right now. There's still no juice inside this SPY. We're up 170 right now. Last 10-minute bar had 2.7 million, and you need a lot more than 2.7 million. You need like 4 or 5 million with a wide price spread in order to get to higher price. So this is going to be an interesting close, meaning are you going to have a few players just sell right into this close? If we go take a look at the E-minis, the amount of contracts that were done on the E-minis, this is where USU. Inside the E-minis right now, we are at 1937. Oh. bring this back 4 days. Yeah, it's going to need a huge amount of volume. Okay, so check it out. When we came down on the 31st, folks, of July, intraday we're talking now, when we were coming down, the S&Ps, the E-minis were coming down on 61,000 contracts every 10 minutes, 89,000 contracts, and then it expanded all the way up to 101,000 contracts. Right now, as we're pushing higher on this 10-minute, this is what we've just done. You're doing 33,000 contracts, 26,000 contracts. Bottom line is that there's no juice behind this move. And that's not even close, too, by the way. When you're going up with 50% lighter than you've come down on even intraday, okay, you're going to give it up. And they're doing the best they can to push coming into this close, but you're still dealing with that 21 minutes. And, you know, we'll see where this shakes out. Don't be surprised if you don't get a large whack in the S&Ps, and because what you'll end up, well, I suspect what we're going to see out here coming into it is that you'll get a couple players. They've got it up far enough right now. They'll sell into it, and they'll sell very quickly into it. So it's going to be a fun close. That's the bottom line. Some of the UTA, 3M. Let's go take a look at 3M. 3M had also given it up off its highs. Oh, so check it out. What 3M is bouncing today with up 81 cents with 2 million shares versus downtown with 3.5 million and 2.5 million. 3M took a while to break, folks. 3M had been hanging up at these highs since May of 2014. Sideways moves, then all of a sudden what you did have on the 31st, volume came out of the stock as it moved to lower price, went from 143.55 to 140. You did that with 3.5 million after making highs out here at 1.9, 2.8, 1.3. We've had a lot of highs that were made out here, dramatically lighter volume. You sold off at the top of those at the tops with volume expanded. Now, inside the actual indices, meaning the ETF structures, the SPY, the Qs, what you have is this. We came down hard last week with volume expanding on the dailies and on the weeklies. That basically says what? That says when you come off a high with volume expanding, that the correction is going to be larger than a normal correction. The way that the Qs and SPY are trading right now, I suspect what we're going to see is that it is the B2C and ABC structure on the way down. That's the first part. Second part gets more intriguing, and what it is, I suspect you're going to see it give it up very quickly this week and get to lower price this week. And what we'll do, and you will have expanded volume. Now, if that's what we get, what you're going to have is this. You're going to have volume off the highs, then you're going to have follow-through with volume and price destruction follow-through. You get that. What that sets up for the next 6-8 weeks is a very large correction on the way down. And when you do get volume off highs, after the amount of time that we've been at highs with no volume, those corrections, folks, will basically be much larger than any of us expect they're going to be. That's just how it is. And what that's all about on a technical basis is that everyone's in who's going to be in. On the fundamental basis, well, that's on the fundamental basis. You have it. You have the amount of money that was pushed in. They're pushed in at highs. The operators have already been getting out, and they don't have bids as the market goes down. They don't have bids in there in order to buy equities because that's what gets bounces on a fundamental basis. The bids are pulled, the elevator goes down, and there's no one on the other side of the elevator to turn on and catch the market as it goes down. That's why you see markets that go up, they take a long time to go inch by inch by inch, and then when it gets pulled, it's fast, it's furious, it's wide price destruction with accelerated volume. Right now, you get the Dow up 91, Nasdaq's up 40, S&P's up 17.5. We have gold down 540. 877-927-6648. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country ready to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Backtech Environmental. For more information, just click the Backtech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 92, Nasdaq's up 38, S&Ps are up 17. Let's go to Frank in Southbridge. Hey, Frank, what's going on?
How you doing there, Tom?
I'm doing great. You having a good day?
Actually enjoying the sunshine. Day off.
That's a beautiful thing, man. What are we going to look at?
We're looking at KRED, Kona Red. It's a beverage company out of Hawaii.
So let's take a look at it. You get KRED. They develop antitoxin wellness beverages, powders made from the Hawaiian coffee berry. The low's 36 cents, the high's $1.36. So tell me what you like about this thing.
I like the idea of the antioxidants and stuff like that because that market is starting to grow, especially in the major cities is what I like. I also like that it broke its opening when it first came onto the market of 36. It did drop below that. So I'm thinking, from what I'm seeing, it will slowly start climbing as interest gets bigger.
Really? Do you know how much money this company takes in?
Offhand, I'm not, but I haven't purchased any of it yet. That's why I figured I'd talk to the pro.
Thank God. Don't buy this, man. Don't even think about it. So this company, folks, takes in $1.4 million a year and has a market cap of $29 million.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could take more in on your corner selling lemonade in Southbridge than this company's taking in, man. Yeah.
Definitely.
This is a pump and dump. It's a scam.
Yep.
And you got what you have, folks, is that you have the. If you're watching Tiger TV, I'm bringing this up, and you're going to see the CEO right there. They're selling into it in a huge way, man. So they're taking people to the cleaners.
Excellent.
Okay, man. Have a great one.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the info. That's why we got you.
Have a great one, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. What you want to do, folks, okay, if you're getting into small stocks, what you absolutely want to do is that you want to turn around and say, okay, what are they taking in? Just, so the correlation is that somewhat in your favor that, okay, we have a real stock. And you don't necessarily have to, that stock was, a 38-cent stock. There are 38-cent stocks, folks, that take in, millions of dollars. So just because it's a smaller number doesn't mean that it doesn't take in something. But when they are smaller numbers, you absolutely have to go to that balance sheet to see if, in fact, they're taking in money. The mind blower of small stocks like that, it's like, how the heck does this work? I mean, how can you take in $1.4 million and someone is pumped that baby up that has a $29 million market cap? That's unbelievable. But bottom line, that happens, and it happens a lot. It particularly has happened a lot in the last year and a half. Why? Because when we are at market highs like this, and people still have got rewarded from companies that aren't making money, well, that's what it really comes down to. It is who has the seat at the end when the music stops playing. And, of course, what ends up happening is that one of the worst things that could happen to you is if you bought one of those and you made money on it the first time, then what happens is like, oh, no, you got rewarded, and you know that you were taking the shot, because then what ends up happening is that you take the shot again and again and again. It's just a matter of mathematically when you basically get taken to the cleaners for everything, not just for the amount that will be in there, because when that happens, it's rewarding bad behavior, and the bottom line is that when you get rewarded for bad behavior, it comes back, and it comes back very fast at you inside the marketplace. Why? Because the market is a non-forgiving type of entity. And it's, I've said many times, the market's job is to take the most amount of money away from the most amount of people in the least amount of time. And the market is very efficient at doing that. The market's also very efficient when we are at highs is to get biotechs going astronomically up quicker. Some of these small stocks like this, and as Frank said, you come out with a good story, so they normally come out with good stories. Pump it up, still, and when a pump and dump gets done, folks, most of the time it's 5 or 6 different companies that are selling it to each other at the beginning. So it looks like real trades, but in fact they're not real trades. What they are is that one company sell it to another company, sell it to another company, sell it to another company. And that's very easy to do, folks, by the way, because of electronic trading these days. It's simple to do. You know, they decide, okay, let's trade 2 or 3 million shares today. Bump, bump, bump. I'll sell it to you for 30 cents. You buy it at 31 cents. Next to 35 cents, 38 cents. That's how it works. That's how they accelerate it on the way up. So as we're coming into the closeout here, we'll see how this baby shakes out. The E-minis right now, we're at $19.33. You're up $16. And the high out here today was 37. It was about 3 points higher. We'll see if, in fact, they get a couple other sales in here coming into the close. I expect that we are going to see that. You got about 3 minutes. The first one, they tapped it out at 19.37 and 19.34.50, and we'll see whether they can get it a little bit lower. What we are going to have, though, is this is going to be a B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. When we look at the volume characteristic, we're at 471 right now. That's going to come in at about 500 million. That's after coming down on 900 million and 700 million on the NYSE. We go take a look at the NASDAQ Composite. It's going to be the same setup. NASDAQ Composite is going to come in at about 1.6 billion, 1.7. That's after coming down with 2.2 and 2 billion. We're going to have some real action here the rest of this week, folks. I suspect not only the rest of this week, the rest of this month, going right into September and October. That's the way this market is set up, and it's set up clean. If you do understand how markets move, this is a beautiful move for the bears out here today. You're doing B to C of an ABC structure on the way down, and that is after that you haven't even got any fear going inside the marketplace. The trend never got down to that 3.2, 3.3 inside the tick, meaning the fear inside the tick. You had only got that one nice downdraft on Friday, and guess what? Today you get a plus 1147. You don't get pluses of 1147, folks, after downdrafts, if in fact the market's not going to pull the rug out once again. That's just how it goes. So it's going to be a little trader's paradise here, I suspect, for the next 7, 8, 9 weeks. Coming in after the closeout here today, we're going to have a lot of numbers coming out once again. Tomorrow morning, get Bloomin' Brands coming out, Coach, Dry Ships, FireEye, First Solar, Groupon, Walt Disney, and Zillow. So the rest of this week, there's no doubt we're going to have a lot of numbers also. The next hour, we're going to have Tigress, Amy Smith coming up from IBD. And, of course, we're going to have our man from Think or Swim, TD Ameritrade. You stay right there, folks. Tom O'Brien, this is TFNN. Right now, the Dow's up 79, Nasdaq's up 33, S&Ps are up 15. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Tom in Derry, New Hampshire. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Mr. O'Brien, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
This is like old timers week. I heard Rick from British Columbia. I'm waiting to hear Greg from Long Island.
I like that. Totally, man. Totally.
By the way, your website, unbelievable. Watching that thing change over the years. You guys are doing a bang-up job. You get great guests. And
well, listen.
Keep up the good work, man.
We appreciate you being out there. We never can do it without all you tigers and tigresses, Tom.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night and a great week, folks. Let's take a look at one of our cards. Now, this is by an unknown author. The start to a better life, a better world, or a better future is simply your belief that it is possible. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 75, NASDAQ up 31, S&P's up 14.5. Gold contract down $5.70, traded at $1,289 an ounce. Silver off 17 cents at $20.20 an ounce. Platinum flat at $1,462 an ounce. Copper up 3 pennies at $3.24 a pound. Light sweet crude up 60 cents, trading at $98.48 a barrel. Bonds. We had the 10-year up 5 ticks at 128.13, at 125.13 rather. The 30-year up 6 ticks at 138.04. King dollar up 23 ticks, trading out at 81.40. The euro's at 134, and the yen is trading out at 102.56. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We're at 1939. We did volume out here of 633 million. That's versus the 800 million and 791 the way down. This is a B2C of an ABC structure on the way down. If we go over to the E-minis and we take a look at how those E-minis traded into the close, what you're going to see, if you're listening the last hour, we were expecting that that last couple sells were going to be big ones. Why? Because the way this market has been trading, folks, is that they push with lighter volume, and then someone unloads, and that's sure enough exactly what happened. We got to 1937. You hit a high out there with 51,000 contracts, and then boom. An operator was in there and threw 100,000 contracts on the way down. Not that the 6 points are big coming off that, but bottom line is that that is the correlation of how you go up versus how you go down. That basically keeps the S&P in lower price with lighter volume, and what that's saying is that you're going to go after the lows of 1910 first off. I suspect we're going to break those, and we'll probably break them with volume. And I expect that what you're going to see is this week. That's what we're talking here. That's your S&P. We go over to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. What we had with the Dow Industrials out here today, sideways move, up $75. That didn't do much at all. The Dow is pretty well off its highs, meaning 17,150 was the high. The Dow's going to be making our way down to this 15,300 area. The NASDAQ composite, same with the composite. What we have with the composite out here is this. The composite right now up 31 bucks, and she did 1.6 billion versus 2.2 on the way down. Same setup inside that composite. If we take a look at the SPY for that correlation first inside the S&P, the correlation is that you went up with 84 million shares traded, where Thursday we come down with 183, Friday 189. Inside the NDX 100, we take a look at the Qs. The Qs today did 32 million on the way up after coming downtown with 50 million and 60 million. So it's a very large number. Gold contract, what we have with gold is this. Gold back down with lighter volume, did 62,000 contracts. That 62,000 is going against the last 2 days on the way down, which is 143,000 contracts and 145,000. That's saying that gold wants higher price. Bonds continue to get higher and have the juice behind them. We're at 125.13 on the 10-year right now, and the 125.13 is the low of the swing point that the bond market is going after, the 10-year. The 10-year is going after the 126 May 29th high. I expect we're going to take it out, and I expect we're going to take it out with volume. Why? Because the 30-year already did it. The 30-year's already confirmed ABC structure on their way up. We're at 138.05. Let's go to Mark in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Not too much, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
Great day, thanks.
Cool, man. What are we going to look at?
Well, I don't know what you use. I was just looking. I was looking at the tick index, and I was looking at stockcharts.com.
Okay.
And on there, it's showing that it hit over a negative 1250 3 straight days, including today.
Okay.
And I know I've listened to you in the past, and you've talked about, when it hits that low several times, and in a span of time, that sometimes puts in a low. And I know everybody's looking for a bounce and then a break of the lows.
Okay.
But my question is, what's your thought on that particular indicator?
What you need, okay, so check this out, folks. Depending on how long you've been listening to me, on my first book, the first book that's out there, that was actually in the binder, I actually had the combination tick, trend, and rejection of lower price in it. So it's not just one market, folks, okay? Because one doesn't do a thing. You know, what does happen is this. When you get nice lows in the marketplace, and let me go right back to the trend first. What you're going to see is that you're going to get a trend that's going to be reading in about 3.2 for a 5-day trend, okay? And it's very hard. That's very hard to get, by the way, folks, because in order to get that, you need 5 days that people are so scared they're not buying anything, or what they're buying is very minimal, and they're selling, okay? So we're not even close to that. Right now, you're dealing with, let's see, that's 1.5, 2.5, 3. You're dealing at a 4.5, okay? So first off, that has to get down to that level. Then what ends up happening, that's when what you said about the tick was exactly right. That's what I'd be looking for. That you'd get the first one, which we got a nice down tick, minus 1435 on the first. You know, the day before that was 1306. That wasn't good enough. So what would have happened is if you get a minus 14, you know, which is good, meaning to get it to a bottom, then you get something like a 70% of the largest down tick. If you get that within 3 days, that would be an indication that there's enough fear in the marketplace. What you can't get in between that is what we got on Friday and today. You had people pile in the market very quickly, like, oh no, I'm going to miss this bounce. So they piled in. We went to 1143, and you can see today went to 1147. That's not an indication that you're getting close to a low at all. Then what you also need, though, is that you need the rejection of lower price with some kind of signal. And we don't have that either. I mean, I guess you can make the argument, not just you, I'm just saying in general, for the marketplace, that, okay, we had a small doji on Friday. Is that a low? You can make that argument. But you need all three of them in order to get a solid bottom. And what you also need is that you're not going to hear people saying buy, 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 which we still have out there. Right. What happens with these bottoms when they come in, it's, you know, no, don't do anything, and they start teaching you how to sell short the marketplace. Well, you've been around long enough, you know.
Yeah. And then last question, if you have time, on the IWM.
Yeah.
It got within like 2 or 3 cents of the low of Friday on lighter volume, but it didn't actually hit it. And I know you're big on actually hitting it, but could you call that a light volume rejection of the low from last week?
Yeah, you could. You could.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, and this is what to do with that. So watch this, folks. That's in divergence, but that very well. You know, today we got to 109.89. Last week is 109.86. So that could be a test of the low today with lighter volume, rejection of lower price. Then what you do is this. I go like this. I say, okay, last week we had 227 million shares traded, right?
Right.
That was going into 320. It was going into 315. So we know that that was light volume, right?
Right.
So tomorrow is going to be crucial. So then you take the benchmark from that 227 and say, okay, I start doing the weekly volume to say, okay, what is it? Now, and if in fact the weekly volume does come in lighter, let's say by Wednesday we know we're lighter, then yes, that would be saying that in fact, yeah, that did do that, and then you can get a bounce up to 112, even further, you know, 113.97 or something. That's how I basically trade that out.
Okay, great.
Cooking man, have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. AIG just come out with numbers, folks. AIG closed at 52.66. It's trading at 54.05. Numbers like this go like this in AIG. The estimate was $1.06. They made $1.25. They're going to pay $1.6 billion of cash dividends. They made $3.7 billion. Not bad, huh? $3.7 billion in 90 days. It's Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming back with our Tigers from IBD. Amy Smith. We had to now finish up 75. NASDAQ at 31. S&P's up 13.5. We're going to break back.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, the Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to his subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 50 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 75, Nasdaq up 31, S&P's up 13.5. And as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the second hour, we have our Tigress, Amy Smith from IBD. And folks, if you haven't either got your print edition of Investor Business Daily or the digital edition at investors.com, you can test drive that 2 weeks right now, absolutely free. The way you do it, come over to TFNN. You're going to see the investor.com banner on the right-hand side. Hit that banner. You can take your choice, the print edition or the digital edition. If you're on the computer, digital is great, folks, because you'll be using their site each and every day. It's a great educational site. Amy Smith, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Tom. Well, I was in Seattle over the weekend. I was teaching at a workshop, and I was watching them throw the fish at the Pike Market.
Oh, isn't that cool?
It was fun.
And the salmon are in big time now. That's right.
You know, I'll tell you, wow, was it busy, Tom.
Yeah.
Wow. Seattle in the summer, you know, the weather's great.
It is.
Man, the streets were busy, the shops were busy, the restaurants were busy, the bars were busy. It was really, there was a lot of energy going on, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's, if you've never visited that, folks, that downtown where Amy's talking about is absolutely so cool. I can, as you're walking us through it, I pictured myself right on that corner, because I've been on that corner many times.
Well, you know, just, I mean, rows and rows and rows of beautiful flowers and crafts and food and any kind of little snack you could imagine. And it just, that was definitely a lot of fun. The folks up there were really, really nice.
That's beautiful. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, market-wise, what are we looking at?
Boy, well, we're in a choppy environment right now. You know, cash is actually a position.
Yes.
It is a position. You know, last Thursday and Friday were ugly. We sold off. We had heavy volume. Both of the indexes went below the 50-day. Now, today, the NASDAQ came back above the 50-day.
Okay.
The S&P is still below it. You know, earnings have been a mixed bag. We've had some good stuff and some bad stuff. I would say that setups are kind of hard to come by right now. We have some of them. We do have some. I would say it's a time to be cautious. The only thing we've seen historically that might change the game here is the put-call ratios at a fear level, and sometimes we found it gets to a certain level, and we flip directions. And we certainly came off the bottom today. That was nice to see. Volume is lower, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see in a couple days where we go. Yeah, and we've certainly had a few of these high flyers get crushed. Yes. Well, you know, the second part of this, we'll go through really quickly because it's old news, but I just wanted to kind of remind people how it's been up and down. Twitter blew it out of the park last week. You know, it zoomed super higher. It was up 30%. It's pulled back a little bit since then. Buffalo Wild Wings, on the other hand, got killed, and it cratered 13%. And really, they had, you know, their earnings were fine. They had the hockey playoffs. They had the World Cup. But they said that their chicken wing costs could be a little bit higher. Okay. So they were cautious, so that one got tanked. Yelp got hit. Tesla reported, now, it did pretty well with earnings. They lost $61 million for the quarter. Their sales doubled to $769 million. It moved a little higher. You know, we can't say that it's really, really popping, but it's holding nice and tight. And, you know, they're building the Gigafactory, so I think we still don't know the story on that stock. We'll have to see how it does in the upcoming weeks. And then remember we talked about GoPro, Tom? Yes. The wearable camera, ooh, did that one get spanked Friday and today? You know, they said their sales were not too bad. They were up 38%, but I think people are looking at that one as a fad. I don't know. Are you going to go buy one? I suspect I am. Okay. You know, and I've been looking to buy one for a couple of years, though. No, about a year and a half right now. Okay. But I suspect I am. You know, so it's not going to do much for the stock. I can tell you that. Well, I tried to ask a bunch of people because, you know, stocks basically. I always do this. Do you like this restaurant? Have you ever been to El Pollo Loco? You ever been here? Yes. You know, I always ask people. And every single person that I asked, I said, hey, are you going to go buy a GoPro? And not one person that I asked said they were interested. And I talked to people that were sports, you know, enthusiasts. Yeah. I found that a lot of people that wanted it had already gone out and bought it. Yeah. So I don't know. We don't know what the future is for the company. But I think the point that I was trying to make by reviewing all those companies and how they did last week is, you know, we had some that did really well, and we had some that really got hit. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know, so you got to be careful. You know, be careful out there, folks. You don't buy right before earnings because really anything can happen. Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I know that you and your family got to get to Michael Kors, man, because he needs some business. Oh man, you know what? Yeah, that one got hit this morning. They reported. You know what? God bless them. They those handbags that we call luxury at a discount. Now, they're $400 and $800 purses, but they're cheaper than if you go get a Chanel bag, I guess. Okay. And so, but you know, they discounted their purses, and their merchandise just wasn't moving. And I walk through Macy's, you know, and I see where people are stopping. I see if they're buying. It went through kind of a fad, and they have the Michael Kors. They have a big display of their shoes. You know, I haven't seen people stopping. And like they had to buy the latest purse or they had to buy the latest shoe. You know what's so cool, Amy? If we went back on your updates over the course of the last couple of years, right? Yeah. I had asked you about this like a couple of years ago. And, you know, that's when it was just starting to pop.
That's right.
And that was, that's what happens, is that, that's when you have to get these things, when they're at $20, $30, and that's when it was a new deal, right? Now, what was he, well, it was just a designer that he was, undercutting Chanel even at that point, but it was cool to have a course, right? Is that what?
But it was cool to have it. So basically, you could have, the reason he had all the buzz is he had that TV show called Project Runway.
I got it. Okay.
And it was all the high fashion stuff.
Yep.
And so before the IPO came out, everybody knew who he was. He was already a name.
Yes.
He already had his merchandise into Macy's, and so people were like, "Oh, this is like the latest cool thing to have a Michael Kors bag,
and
have a Michael Kors watch, right?"
I got it.
And as you said, another thing that for people that are listening in. Stocks have a life cycle, and, these growth names that we put out there, we're talking about usually 12 to 18 months, maybe 2 years, and that's their life cycle. They make a big run, and then they tend to be, then something else comes along.
Yeah, no doubt, especially in the fashion business. But, it's a tough business, no doubt.
It is. I mean, if somebody's hot today and then tomorrow they're not so hot.
Now, energy, if we go over to Diamondback Energy. FANG.
Yeah, we've got a lot of these. They've all pulled back, and of course, again, we can't expect stocks to run up forever. And we've had EOG Resources, Continental Resources, Diamondback Energy. I mean, I could just go through the list one after the other. Right now, they are pulling back, but we have a whole bunch of these reporting earnings this week.
Okay.
Now, are they going to bounce higher, Tom? Don't know. Or are they going to say, you know what? These stocks have made their run, they're going to sell off. So I would say people need to watch this whole week. There's a whole bunch of them scattered throughout the week.
I see this. You get FANG, Diamondback tomorrow is after the close. EOG, same deal tomorrow after the close. So that's going to be two big ones. Yeah, no doubt.
And Continental Resources, too.
That's the monster, right. Okay.
So that's going to really give us a clue as to what's going to happen with these energy stocks. And I don't think it means that they're finished for good, even if they correct, because you and I have talked about becoming energy independent. But, we're looking for the plays today. We're looking to see where we can make money.
Sure. And then Green Mountain is going to be doing a deal, and what they're going to start. Next week. That's what we're going to do. That. It's a beautiful thing. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see investors.com banner right on the right-hand side. Hit that banner. Get 2 weeks either online or the paper. Amy, you have a great week, safe week. Look forward to speaking to you right back here next week.
You too. Take care, Tom.
Okay, have a great one. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow up 75, Nasdaq up 31, S&P's up 13.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 75. Nasdaq up 31. S&Ps are up 13.5. As we do each and every Monday at 35 past the second hour, we have our man, Mr. Chad Koka from TD Ameritrade, Think or Swim. Chad, folks, does the best option show on the planet. It's broadcast here every Tuesday, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. You can get all the programming. Don't forget, all the programming at TFNN. We do 10 hours of live programming every trading day. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. You can get that right on your cell phone at TFNN.mobi. If you'd like to get the audio plus the video with the charts, you can just go to TFNN.com on your cell phone. On the right-hand side, where you'll see the Tiger TV going, just press that. You'll get Tiger TV delivered to your phone. You'll get the charts. You'll get the whole ball of wax. Chad will be on tomorrow, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. And if you haven't test drove the Think or Swim platform yet, folks, you can do it right here, right now. The way you do it at TFNN, you're going to see the banner on the top, on the side. Hit the banner. You can bring it up. You don't need any money to get the account up and going. You'll be able to bring it up. They will put paper money inside that. You can use it each and every day. I use it every day, whether you're trading equities, futures, currencies, or options. It's all on one platform. Chad, what's going on?
How's it going? It's great to be here.
Thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it. So when we take a look at this market out here, we finally got a little volatility, huh?
We sure do, yeah. end of last week we had a lot. Today, with the rally in the market, we saw some of that sell-off in the VIX, but still a little bit more than we had the last couple of weeks at least.
So what you've had here thus far, folks, in the last couple of weeks, the VIX has gone from 1143, and we got that spike on Friday up to the 1757. It pulls back today, of course, 191. And the correlation, just so you get the correlation inside that VIX, folks, is that as soon as it's selling, the VIX goes up exponentially. As soon as there's buying, it comes back just as quick.
Sure does.
So when we're looking at the option market, we have, okay, so we're just the beginning of the month. Whether it's the weeklies or the monthlies, what are we looking at in the next month out here? What do we think we're looking at? What type of strategy do you think we can be setting up?
Really depends on what you have as your bias in the market as a whole.
Okay.
I personally believe that I'm a little bearish in the market, so I'm expecting an increase in volatility again, kind of like we saw over the course of last week.
Yes.
So selling some premium to take advantage of increased volatility. If you believe the opposite, then you buy some credit spreads, perhaps, take advantage of the low vol environment.
Right. And I guess what we do have, more than half the S&P is already reported, but the bottom line is that what does happen with some of these high-flying stocks inside the S&P, depending if folks own them or looking to trade them, I guess they better make sure they know when these earnings are coming out, right?
Very true. Yeah, those earnings can wreak havoc in the option premium on that. Tomorrow I'm going to go over a lot of the volatility and how that's affected by earnings and how to trade around that as well.
Nice. So listen, folks, the program's right here. 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can get it right on your cell phone. All you do is put TFNN.MOBI. Chad, you have a great night, safe night. Of course, we look forward to the show tomorrow.
You as well. Take care.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Coming out at when we're just talking earnings, too, folks, what you are going to have out here tomorrow morning, we're going to have Bloomin', Bloomin' Brands. That's Outback Steakhouse. You're going to have Coach. That's going to be an interesting one. Dry Ships. Zillow's going to be out. Disney's going to be coming out. And First Solar in Groupon also. So we still get some numbers coming out here. AIG just came out. AIG is trading up. AIG closed at 52.66, traded at 53.95. And numbers on AIG go like this. They took in $3.7 billion. And on the AIG, folks, okay, I suspect that some of you more than likely still have one of the warrants out there. This is no doubt one of the best equities that you could have bought off the bottom. I had actually owned it for a while. I sold it. I suspect some of you folks probably still own it. But if you want to see, and this is where fear came in versus what some things were priced at. What we did have is that on AIG, if you pull up AIG/WS, that was a warrant that they come out with. It was a $45 strike price. But check this out. This is what was so wild about this whole warrant, how this was. The first exercise price on this warrant was January 19th, okay, of 2011. But you had until January 19th of 2021. So we're still only at 2014. This is a 45 strike at 2021. And bottom line, when we actually got into this, was a $5.45. Right now it's at $24. But this was the way to buy AIG with small amount of risk, huge amount of updraft as to an investor, a flat-out investor versus a trader. Because what you do have is that time goes quick, but you still have 7 more years on this warrant for a higher price. So inside that warrant right now, of course, it's trading at 24. What you have, it's a 45 strike. What you do have is you have 7 points. That is delta. Basically, point for point is going to go right now. Plus the premium is still in it. The reason being you're trading at 52. So I suspect, percentage-wise, that thing can still go a lot further. If you're doing something like that, wait for the pullback. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We go over and take a look at the gold and silver market. What we have out here is the XAU. Rejected lower price today. I suspect we're going to come in with lighter volume. I'll get that volume about 8 o'clock tonight. Right now we're at 98.31. and that XAU and the HUI are coming into the days of strength from the 19th of June. That was the XAU. We go to the HUI. HUI got down to a price point today of 232, closed at 234. That also was going into the 19th of June. And the 19th of June, folks, is going to be very hard to break down in both of those because we had such tremendously high volume. If you take a look at this on, last time we were down here, it did 18 million shares. It was coming into 27 million shares. That was the HUI. The correlation inside the XAU was just about the same percentage correlation. Yeah, we came down on 21 million shares versus 38 million. So you can see, in order to get to lower price, if a lower price to stick, the volume is going to have to expand dramatically as it gets into lower price. If we do go over and we take a look at DRYS, since Dry Ships is coming out with numbers, they're going to be coming out with numbers after the close tomorrow. Dry Ships is trading at 271. Don't touch this thing. But let me just go see this, because this is definitely it's definitely a trading stock, but it's a cult stock also. All these, well, it's going to get interesting. So check this out. What you're going to look for is this. This would be really sweet if it actually could get back to, or 271. What you'd like to see is you'd like to see a rejection of 228 with lighter volume. Because if that's what you get, this is how this is set up. You can get its consolidation up to $5, which isn't bad. You know, that's a 100% move, top side, and you can put a stop under like the 177 area. Let's go to Brent from Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
Doing just great. How you doing, Tom?
Good, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it. What are we going to look at?
I was doing some quick calculations. It seems like on the VIX and on the S&P, those are just the two that I did, at least on the ES Minis. It was almost a perfect 382 retracement. So for the ES Mini from the 1985 down to the 1910.
Yeah.
And then what will hit today, like about 1938, would be almost a perfect 382.
I know. Isn't that cool? That's.
And then, same thing on the VIX, too, obviously the other direction.
Yeah. No, you know, the way that the E-minis are traded out here, particularly, you know, we got that little sell into the close, nothing heavy, but, you know, 5 points into the close is like, to me, this is going to be a very large ABC structure on the way down. In particular, folks, a lot of this has to do with the way the bounce came out today and, though, the way that the DAX in Germany closed. The DAX in Germany has some problems. I mean, and, you know, Germany's Germany, but the bottom line is that all these markets like to trade the same. And the DAX is not only at the lows of February as well as April, but they're at those lows with expanded volume in a tremendous way, not in a small way. So that's telling me the DAX wants to blow away the benchmark. And if you have the DAX blowing away the benchmark down at those February 5th and April 14th lows, we are going to go tremendously lower. What it would also say is that our February 5th benchmark is also going to get blown away. You know, Boeing's down there right now. The low on Boeing, that February 5th level is 118.77, hit 119.77 today. Brent, you have a great one, safe one. Thanks for the call, man.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom.
Okay, you stay right there, folks. 877-927-6648. We're coming right back. The Dow finished up 75. Nasdaq at 31. S&P's up 13.5. We'll be right back.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Harmony Gold. For more information, just click the Harmony Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had GE down 8 cents. You had Facebook up $1.15. Apple was down 54. Michael Kors, that gets smoked. That's actually an ABC structure on the way down, too. It broke the B point, broke over volume. That is down 482. Tomorrow you're going to get, after the close out here, we're going to be getting Disney, Zillow, Bloomin' Onion, Coach, Dry Ships, FireEye, and First Solar. So there's going to be some action, the next few days. with the rest of these numbers coming out. If we go over and we take a look at Zillow, Zillow has taken over Trulia. Zillow had a huge pop last week when it came out that they want to take it over, number one. So what do you have? We're up $1.91 today. The 24th, you took out a B point and took it out with volume. So if we pull this back, this is going to get interesting watching how this whole thing shakes out. So if we pull this back, and I'm going to put this on a monthly and see what we get set up here. I'll put it on a okay, so I will put it on a 5-year monthly, but okay, so you get an ABC up, but watch, it probably already hit the B point. So your A point on this is $23. Your A point was November 30th, low, $23. Your B point, oh, look at this, is 103. Wow. Okay, hold on. I got to do this conservative way. Man. Okay, two different ways. I see. It was a multiple ABC. Okay, so I'm going to do this. That was the first one. I'm going to take the second one. The second one, the $48.54 is the A point, and 103 is your B. So you get $55. Your C point is 70. So you get $1.25, and you went to 164. So check this out, okay? So on an ABC structure, you can have a 1-to-1, 1 to 0.382, 1 to 5.0. In this particular case, it went over a, what did I say this was? 70, 45, 103, 53. So it was a $52 A to B, which would be 75 is 140. Oh, check this out. Oh, this is intense. Okay, let's do this. Because if this was a 1.618, that's a total reversal. So we're going to get this down to the penny now. So if I take what we're going to do here is I'm going to do the ABC structure. So it's 103. First we're going to get what the A to B equals C to D minus 48, 54. So it was $54 times 1.618. That's $88 plus 70.27. Watch this, folks. Okay, check this out. This is a trip. Okay, when you do a 1 to 1.618 ABC structure on the way up, it's a total reversal of price. And guess what? When we do this did a 1 to 1.618 when it hit 164.58. The 1.618 would be 158. Okay, so now check this out. This is going to be wild. I can't wait to see how this shakes out. So what that says is that Zillow, after the close out here tomorrow, no matter what they say, is going to end up pulling back. This is going to be wild. The reason this is going to be so wild, folks, is this. Is that when this went higher the 24th, it had volume. But it also has volume at 164.90, which is the high. You know, so you can make the argument, say, okay, listen, we have a higher price with volumes. We're going to go test that first versus the correlation of doing a 1 to 1.618 ABC structure on the way up. What I would do with this is not buy it. That's the reality. The reason being is that you have divergence here, but I can tell you from experience that when you do a 1 to 1.618 structure, whether that's down or up, if we're doing it on the way down, yeah, it can go a little bit lower, week, 2 weeks, and then you'll see a wicked expansion on the way up. When they do it on the way up, the same's applicable there. That it comes out of nowhere, the reverse is pretty intense, and you know, you go south, and you can expect a large correction. It doesn't mean it's the end of the stock. What it does mean is that you get a very large correction that is coming to lower price. So we'll see after the close out here tomorrow how that does trade out. Yeah, it's the 5th. So what we are going to have out here tomorrow is we're going to have quite a few equities after the close tomorrow. What you also have is we have these Diamondback Energy coming out tomorrow. A lot of the Perma Basin equities are also coming out tomorrow. I believe, well, I just pulled up a second one after Diamondback. Oh, I know, EGO. EGO Resources, EOG, thank you, Eldorado Gold's EGO. EOG Resources, another perma-basin company, that is also coming out tomorrow. That was up $3.77 today. So that, in fact, is going to affect the energy business. What we did do today in the XLE, the energy sector, that got some juice in it, but it's still a B2C and ABC structure on the way down. That got juice in it intraday, and what that was about is that Colorado, the state of Colorado, looks like they might have a slight opening that in order to frack in that state might be a little bit easier than the market and the oil companies thought it was going to be last week. The governor came out, but it looks to me like the way that the actually the press release was, it's not. It didn't look to me like that not much was going to change. What had changed is that they were going to look at that regulation again as to what has to be done in order to get more fracking done in the state of Colorado. Oil producers led by Noble Energy and Anadarko rose after Colorado's governor struck a deal to avert a November vote that would have offered local communities more control over fracking. Representative Jared Polis, a supporter of the proposed ballot initiative to limit drilling, and Governor John agreed to create a task force to study the impact of oil and natural gas activity on local communities, the two men said at a news conference. So the deal was expected to end efforts to add initiatives on the day that they were scheduled to be turned in with enough signatures to qualify for the vote. So someone, you know what's interesting here, is that this is where lobbying comes in an extraordinary way. The bottom line is that it looks like someone actually got to the representative who was putting the ballot initiatives on. They were going to be due today, and guess what? Now it's going to be a task force. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it. Take ownership of it. Fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.